This is SportsCenter, live with Elle Duncan.
You were waiting for the and, weren't you? There is no and. I'm Han Soloing this thing tonight, but not for long, because there is a carousel of guests that are joining us tonight, including Stephen A. Smith, Michael Wilbon. We're getting ready for Game 2 of the NBA Finals tonight on ABC, plus full details on a COVID state of emergency in Japan with the Olympics about 2 weeks away. And we're going to hear from Patrick Mahomes on whether he's chasing Tom Brady's ring count or not. Reporter Malika Andrews, who's covering the Bucks, and Stephen A. Smith as we get ready for SportsCenter with Stephen A. at the top of the hour, 7 o'clock right here on ESPN. I'm going to start with you, Malika. What's the Bucks' primary focus tonight in Game 2 as they look to even the series?
Well, maybe I'm going to give you more than just one L, but let's start with
people have been hearing a lot since Game 1. Defensive switches. We're going to explain that a little bit later in the show and kind of show you what we mean when we talk about that. But Stephen A., after what you saw in Game 1, what are you expecting to see from Giannis tonight?
Well, I expect him to be
what you said about Drew Holiday there, Stephen A., because when I saw the box score and realized that, to your point, their best defender was only the primary defender on 9 of CP3 and Booker's 40 shot attempts. It just felt like something needs to change there. Stephen A. Smith is going to come back. We'll see Malika Andrews on the sideline tonight. Thank you both. Remember, Game 2. Again, today's move comes as Tokyo reported almost 900 new COVID cases on Thursday, marking the 19th straight day that cases have topped the mark that was set 7 days prior. Nationwide, only 15% of the Japanese population is fully vaccinated, compared to over 47% here in the United States. And go back to Phoenix and say hi to NBA reporter Dave McMenamin, who's covering the Suns alongside NBA analyst Tim Legler. Leg, stand by for a second. I want to start with Dave. And I know that we've talked a lot about Chris Paul's first finals appearance, but how is he viewing the opportunity to now take a 2-0 series lead tonight? I was going to say, we always talk about sort of the fountain of youth, and LeBron James is the washed-up king, but Chris Paul's 36 years old, too. No doubt he's put in the work. And now the Bucks, as we say thank you to Dave McMenamin and let him go about his way, Tim, the focus now is on the Bucks. And we keep hearing it at home, how ineffective the Bucks were defensively, right? Criticism for last season. So, Legs, show us what adjustments the Bucks need to make in Seeing the Bucks look sort of clueless defensively in Game 1s and then sort of sort things out Game 2. So you say that they're going to make adjustments. Will it be enough? Give me a prediction and why.
I like Phoenix again in this.
The teams that win Game 1 and 2 win the series like 90% of the time. So there it is, Tim Legler with his prediction. Let's go to the UFC. Now, apart from his showmanship, his mouth, the inherently cocky attitude, maybe the whiskey for some, part of what made Conor McGregor a megastar was that he could match that bravado with results. He was 19-2, but he's 3-3 in his last 6 fights, causing many to describe his trilogy fight on Saturday night with Dustin Poirier as a crossroads moment for McGregor. And when you're standing on the precipice of a potential show-it bout, who better to chat with than the man who puts the show in show business himself, Stephen A. Smith. To Milwaukee. And, you know, there have really been 2 prevailing storylines surrounding the NBA Finals, right? Chris Paul's journey and Giannis Antetokounmpo's knee. Both made major statements on Tuesday night, too. CP3 with his play and Giannis for his ability to even play. And while DeAndre Ayton is putting up Shaq and James Worthy level numbers in the paint, let's not forget about the guy who's been sweating in the desert the longest. Malika Andrews sat down with Devin Booker to discuss his arrival literally to the big stage. Stephen A., which is the top of the hour right here on ESPN. And Stephen A., I know a few weeks ago you were on this show because you were on record, you were everywhere, because you said that Devin Booker is the next Kobe Bryant. Is there something that you need to see from him in the NBA Finals that would cement that, not only for you, but for everyone, you think?
Well, I think he just said it with that exceptional interview with Malika Andrews.
Your guard play is fantastic with Phoenix. You've got Booker, who had 27 points in Game 1. But Chris Paul has had 73 points in the last 2 games for the Suns. Stephen A., who's more important for the Bucks to slow down offensively, CP3 or Book?
I would say it's CP3.
What happens, Book and
you're looking at
CP3
one of them.
have cemented themselves. I love that. It would be done. That would be all you would need to see. They've got more points than anybody else, both making their finals debut since starters were first tracked in 1970. So incredible play from them. Remember, we're joined now by someone that decided to give up on chasing Tom Brady's rings a long time ago. NFL analyst Dan Orlovsky joins us now. Let me just say he's fantastic at what he does, okay? What is your over-under for the number of Super Bowls that Pat Mahomes needs to win to be in the same convo with Tom Brady as the GOAT?
Yeah, it was a quick chase. Patrick Mahomes over and under is 7.
What does a half a Super Bowl win look like? So if you're keeping count, by the way, Mahomes has 1 Super Bowl through his first 3 years as a starter. Brady had 2 in that same span to start his career. So Brady outpacing him right now. And that's, of course, because Brady beat Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl off a record 29 times that he was pressured in that loss. If the Chiefs are better or worse heading into this upcoming season.
Yeah, I absolutely believe that they're better.
And I was actually going to say, Dan, while I'm making fun of you for your pursuit of rings, I am still chasing Robin Roberts' Emmy count. And I'm 15 years in and have 0. So I'm not doing well.
Shooters,
Dan
shoot.
Orlovsky joining us here on SportsCenter, talk a little NFL. Why'd you have to go with the Hawks? From Phoenix, we're going to see him on the top of the hour at SportsCenter with Stephen A. here on ESPN. Before we get to business real fast, it sounds really loud on the TV. So what's it like hearing the crowds counting in person, Mike?
Oh, I thought you were going to ask me about the guy rehearsing the anthem who sounds like Sam Cooke. I could just listen to him for 2 hours until Sam Cooke. I'm telling you, that's a little too old for you, though.
No,
that
he's one of my
is a little
favorites.
too old.
Are you joking?
Okay, good. You need to be here then.
Send me?
Elle, I'm telling you, this anthem is an all-time great. You got to find out a way to get a clip or something.
I shall. You know that the Bucs have obviously been quite vocal about the free throw disparity in Game 1 and getting to the line more. But what else must the Bucs do to steal one tonight?
Well, they might want to call some defensive strategies that don't employ putting 7-footers on Chris Paul. I mean,
we do know, because there's so many unknown quantities that it's going to happen in this game. One thing will undoubtedly happen, and that will be the crowd counting Giannis. And it got us thinking about famous sports moments that have watching him warm up. In fact, we're going to get it over to SportsCenter with Stephen A. right now, top of the hour. Remember, tip 8:30 NBA Countdown on ABC. See you tomorrow night.